cases of that where people can't really manage to overcome my challenges, can Lobola be refunded?
Trust in your plans, trust in your process, trust in your plans.
You know what it is. It's that podcast once again, and with your very own Pastor Wandile. And today we have a very special guest once again. And shout out to Bat by the Harbour at Bat Center. Please check it out. The scenery, the view, the food, an amazing atmosphere. And please go there and have something to drink, eat, family, friends. You know what it is. And shout out to all the people that have been liking, sharing, and posting. And we love you guys sincerely. And thank you for all the support. And today, Jerem is behind the scenes. I wish you could see him. He's smiling right now. Okay, so let's go straight to our guest for today. And I'll just allow him to introduce himself, who he is, and what he represents.
My name is Dumsan Nyembe.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Dumisani Nyembe, where are you from, sir?
I'm from here in Durban.
Okay, Durban.
I'm staying in Bel Air.
Okay. Okay, so let's go straight to the topic. And our topic for today is bride price a necessity? Is bride price necessary? Is Lobola necessary? So we'll break it down, and God will lead us the way He wants to lead us. And I've got a specialist today, and so he will tell us all about it. So my first question to you, sir, is what is the idea or the purpose of Lobola or bride price?
I think, Pastor Wandile, I have to come to the initial stage.
Okay.
What is the purpose of paying the Lobola?
Yeah.
You need to understand that when you want to do that process, you want to do things in the correct way.
Yeah.
And you have to identify the person that you want to get married with.
Yeah.
When you do that, you must make sure that you follow the correct process.
The correct procedures.
So many people are just jumping and taking the woman or a lady and staying with that lady without following any processes or procedure that need to be followed.
Yeah.
So I would say, in my own opinion, because I have done a number of things when it comes to negotiations for Lobola, make sure that you do have money.
Okay. Make sure you have money, brothers.
In most cases, people, they just do that without following the correct way of when you're preparing for the Lobola.
Yeah.
You must look at your budget.
Yeah.
Whether what is that you want to achieve. The money that you have will be enough.
Will it be enough to do? So just not to cut you off, sir, but I want to find out, like, when it comes to the money, do I just put money aside, or do I find out how much I need to bring out? Is there any communication between me and the family to find out their price or anything like that?
Yes, there is.
Okay.
You have to start. You do have a girlfriend.
Okay.
You start negotiate with your girlfriend first.
So she's the one that
will negotiate. She's the link that will put you into her parents. Say, for instance, you need to find out what is their background in terms of their family, because some they may want what you don't have.
Yeah.
So you have to negotiate in between. What are their expectations from the parent side?
Yeah.
And then you negotiate with the mother-in-law, if I may say so.
Okay. Also, you allowed
to introduce yourself.
You allowed to communicate with the mother-in-law.
You want to do as such. So if you do that, you are coming with a view to know the expectation. If ever you want to pay the Lobola for your girlfriend, how much is expected that you need to put aside?
Need to put aside.
and then you'll negotiate before you even send people to go there.
Okay.
And you know exactly what are their expectations, and you negotiate before then. Then you know in your pocket that I've got so much
This
money.
is how much I have.
Then you can start negotiating. By the time you send your dedication, you know what is their expectation.
Yeah.
And at the same time, you as a man, you have to understand that for you to go there, you must have money.
Okay.
And you must have a knowledge or a know-how or the background on the person that you want to get married with.
Yeah.
If ever it needs be, you have to say, Wutige, these are the things that I expecting from your side.
Yeah.
Then you'll raise your issue that from your background, because the background may not be the same. You may find the richer family and you're coming from a poor family. Then you negotiate on that. Over and above that, you want to pay the lobola, but this is how you want to do, and this is how much that you can have.
You can
break it down if you want to break it down.
Okay.
But it's better to do in a right way, to pay the lobola, and then they will guide you as well. That, okay, if you don't have at that so much money, then we can allow you to pay at this, maybe how many cows that you can put up front. How much can you pay? Then
So,
you negotiate on that.
the Lobola thing, negotiations are still called cows, even though there's no physical cow anymore.
There's no physical cow anymore, but depending on the family, the other family, they may start at a higher amount, depending on the family.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying that we have to understand the background of the lady.
Yeah.
Some, they will say, no, just because we know your situation and we want you to get married, then they can give you a certain amount that you can pay up to this, how many cows, and thereafter you get married. And then by the time you send your dedication, you know exactly what are their expectations. And even the lady knows your background for you to fulfill your goals, because these goals are not for you as a man, it's for both of you.
It's for the both of you coming together.
Coming together.
Yes.
So you negotiate on that. And then you include the parents. Then I think at the same time, you as the man have to engage with your parents. Just to guide you as well. So that they will be able to guide you and know if ever there will be anything that will be required on their side, because they are the parents on anyway.
So let's say, Bob, I mean, I don't have like a parent or a father. Who's like the next person that should be my guide in that scenario?
I think the uncles will play a big role.
The uncles.
Or the relatives. Because there is no one that can say, I don't have anyone. If there is no any other person, you do have friends, or do have people that you call them as your guidance. People will guide you. You can even go to other reverend, other pastors. They can assist you on how to go about. It's not about your issue alone, but engage other people into this. Even the team that you want to involve in terms of your delegation, they can guide you as well. Because they know how to go about when you're starting this process.
Just also to just bring you back a bit, because you were just talking about doing things the right way and getting to the point of Lobola. Because it doesn't start there. You don't just start and you want to pay. It starts from maybe you guys getting to know each other, seeing the girl you like. And what's the procedure there? So I've seen a girl I like and I want to marry her. What's the step? Maybe let's say I haven't even spoken to her yet. I just saw her and I liked her and I was like, no, I think this woman would be good to be my wife. So what would be the procedure in that scenario to get to me to the point where I'm going for negotiations or lobola?
Maybe if I would say you find a person that is your girlfriend, or
Okay.
you intend to propose that lady.
Yeah.
But before you do that, you have to know her background.
So you have to know her first.
You have to know her first.
So it's not so in
Whether she likes to get married or she wouldn't like to get married with you.
Okay.
And her expectation even after you get married with that woman.
Okay.
You have to know the expectation.
Okay, just one more time. You have to know her background.
Yes.
And you have to know where she's coming from, what's happening in the life, and then also know whether she wants to get married.
Whether she wants to get married.
Okay.
Because you'll go there only to find that the family, they may say yes, only to find that she doesn't want. She doesn't want.
Okay.
Or you are not the one that she's looking at. So
I hope you're learning, fellas. Learn.
It's very important to check on that, even if you are in love. But so make sure that.
So for just to confirm, I'm in a church, church setup, and so who's the first person I go to? Is it the lady or my pastor?
It depends.
I feel like I want to get married now, and I've seen her. I haven't spoken to her. I haven't spoken to anyone. I haven't told anyone about it. Who is the first person I approached?
It depends.
Okay.
It can happen vice versa.
Yeah.
Firstly, you can go to the pastor if the lady is in church.
Yeah.
And see the pastor.
Okay.
Or if you are in church, you can go to your pastor.
Okay.
That's why I'm saying it depends, because it might find that the lady is not in your church.
Oh.
So the lady is not in the church at all.
Yeah.
So I'm saying it depends. Say, for instance, you have to approach the lady, because the lady may not understand the issue of being a church person or a religious person, a Christian person.
Okay.
You go to the lady.
Yeah.
You introduce the topic. You explain that for you to do that process, you need to engage your pastor.
Okay.
If ever you are in church.
Okay.
But that's why I'm saying it's a two-way. You approach her. If she agrees, then it means that you take that lady to your pastor.
Okay.
Then they will do the counseling and advice and guidance on what other processes that you need to do.
Yeah.
But surely the pastor will tell you one thing.
Will guide you.
Will guide you that before you do anything, make sure that you pay the lobola.
Okay.
Before you do any other
Before you start doing all the other
things.
Marriage stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
So you go to her, you tell her this is what you want to do. You take her to your church or your pastor or whatever. If you don't have a church, then that means you will take her to your family. Absolutely. Or your uncle, brothers, father, or something like that. Yes. So that process of you getting to know her, how do you introduce it to your family that, okay, family, this is what I want to do? Like, do you just approach them, or do you call them for a meeting, or do you just tell somebody, your brother, your mother, your father? What's the procedure to that, to make sure that everything is done correctly and everybody is involved?
It's up to an individual. But in a correct way, you have to involve your parents in anything that you're
doing.
If you don't have your parents, you involve your brothers, if they are.
Okay.
Or your sister, or any other relative that you intend to do this.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, it might be looking as if you're bypassing them, doing things on your own.
Yes,
because that's a major steps.
Okay.
When you want to get married, some they may say, don't get married to that woman. We intend you to get married to someone else.
Okay.
By doing that, you engage in them and you make them aware that you want to get married, but you do have a person that you want to get married with.
Yeah. So you basically have to let them know, and also, like, if maybe they had any other idea, that they shift the idea to what you need at that moment.
Yes. Then they will also ask you, if ever you come with that, they will ask you, have you got money in place?
Have you got money in place?
Have got money in place.
So if I don't have the money, but I really want to marry her, there's no like balance to this. It's okay. She can wait or she can what? Am I allowed to keep her in a stand to wait for me to get the money, or what happens in that kind of scenario? I don't have the money, but I really don't want to miss the opportunity of being with her in the future.
If she agree, the lady agree that she
Okay.
wants to get married with you,
Yeah.
you don't have money, but your parent should also get involved with the lady's parent.
Oh, okay. So it
So
should
that
be like,
it will be
it should
something
be
that-
more than just between
more
the
than
two
just
of you.
between the two of
Okay. Okay. Okay.
that, okay, our son, one descendant, she wants to get married, but in our position, we don't have
We don't have this
this
capacity. Yeah.
the capacity
Yeah.
or the finance
The
that
finance
can
for it.
take you up to there.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
it started from that point. By the time you send the people to as your delegation, they know that the process has been long.
Okay.
You know,
It's been long coming.
it's been long coming. It's not like you wake up in the morning
Yeah.
and you go there, you want to do this. And
Okay.
that.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you engage your parents. At some point, it happens that your parent may not like the lady, but you have to make sure that
They
you
understand.
tell them that this is your decision,
Yeah.
this is your
And
person,
this is who you want to be
this
with.
is who you want to be with
Yeah.
as your wife, and then that is the
I think we undermine how important this topic of relationships and getting your family involved in your relationship is, because most people will just go ahead with everything and then bypass their parents, bypass their family. By the time everybody realizes it's already deep, they need deep into the relationship, and there's no pulling back. So now the family just has to support whatever decision the person is making without them having that conversation and negotiation of it, of what's okay, this person is right for you, or does she link up with our values? And I wanted to ask, sir, do you think, is it part of the reasons why the Lord had said that in the Bible that every man should marry from his tribe? Is it part that because of this Lobola negotiation, is it the same process for every culture or for every religion? Or what happens? Like, what's the difference in the negotiations or anything like that?
I don't think so, because we are living in a multicultural, and
Yeah.
so it depending on what you want. So you can be a Zulu person marrying a Xhosa person,
yeah.
or whoever, it depending on what you
What
want.
you want.
What you want. But for us as a black people, Lobola is the most important thing that we have to.
It's important.
It's
It's important. And when you're saying black, you mean even Xhosa, all
Yes.
the other
Yes, all other
cultures.
You have to follow that, because you can't do things on your own and expect that you'll get the respect from your in-laws. Because to get the respect, you need to start from this process. Of paying the Lobola, so that they will respect you. Because even if you are not married but you pay the Lobola, they accept you.
They
as their
still take you in as their son. Yes, that's very true.
The process
That's
is already
very true.
started. By the time you're doing the ceremony of wedding and whatsoever,
Yeah.
but Bona, they accepted you as the son-in-law.
Yes.
In any engagement in the family between the two, you're the first person to know that you're planning to do this.
Okay.
So
Okay.
this is how you introduce yourself anyway, as part of your family.
Yeah.
Because that is another family.
Yeah.
Because at home you may find that they may not take you as if you want to get married with that woman. Only to find that there will be a lot of things that will be coming in between.
Okay.
Only to find that you're getting more support from your in-laws than from your parents. Because the person that you're getting married with is not the person that they want you to get married.
Okay.
So it's very important to engage your parents first, and also to check the other family.
So just to highlight on it, can you just highlight for us what is the purpose of Lobola?
It's broad, but yeah, in short, you want to have a wife.
Okay.
If you want to have a wife, you have to start from paying the Lobola, because you cannot stay a woman without paying anything. That is how you introduce yourself to your in-laws,
to the family,
officially.
Yeah.
That you are now the son-in-law. They will respect you because you paid the Lobola. And in anything that you did not pay anything, you don't
put value on it.
You don't have a value on it.
Yes.
So it's very important. Put money aside. Make sure that you pay the Lobola. You don't have to stay with a woman without paying the Lobola. Because that one, on its own, even the churches, they also talk about
They teach on it. They teach very much on this subject. It's a very big subject in the church.
If ever you want to do such, make sure that you pay the Lobola. So, depending on you. Because if you get someone like a lady, you intend to be your wife, she will ask you what your timelines.
Okay.
You have to put the
timelines on how
you are intending to pay the Lobola at this time.
Yeah.
And then from there, how long it will take you to get married.
Yeah.
If you don't have enough money, you'll pay the Lobola and you negotiate it. You don't want a big wedding.
Yeah.
It's very important if you don't have money, but
to communicate that.
Communicate that. I may not want the big wedding. Maybe I want a smaller nyana wedding that will combine both families.
Yeah.
And then everything is not a secret. It's open. It's very important.
Yeah.
If you want a big wedding, do a big wedding because you can afford it.
Because you can afford it.
So
it's not a necessity that everybody must have like that white and that big wedding. And which brings me to my next point. Like, is it a thing, Uguti, if you don't do like the big wedding or white wedding, then you're not married yet? When is it official that okay, this is your wife?
Once you pay the Lobola, they accept you as their son-in-law. To do the wedding, you can do the wedding, but they accept it.
They accept it. So
they know that their daughter is with you. Whatever anything happened, you came to them, you paid the Lobola.
You respected them
then
as a
it's
family.
Up to you to say, okay, I don't have enough money, then I'll do a smaller nyana wedding.
Okay.
Or you'll do a very big wedding, or you'll just say, okay, you go to the pastor, and then the pastor will just do the wedding.
Join and bless you
guys.
Okay.
Depending on what you agreed upon. But remember that we said earlier on, you must know the background of the person. Because the person will say, no, I've never married. I want this wedding. And I want to be in this way. So it's very important to know that. Even her parents too, they would say, no.
This is how we want.
This is how we want.
Okay.
So that's why I'm saying, make sure that you do have money in place if you come across with that, because that's the initial stage. Once you fail at an initial stage, it means there are a lot of things that you cannot do.
Yeah. So let's say peradventure, I don't have the money. Like sometimes if the Lobolas can reach up to 80,000 to 100,000. Let's say, I have just like a quarter of it, Leo Male, and I wanna get the family to accept me and allow us to get married. Can I be able to do my installments, Lobola, like pay it in installments, or can I pay this what I have now and then we get married, or what happens in that case? I've only got a quarter of what they're asking for. So what's my negotiating power at that point?
You negotiate all that. If say, for instance, you find that the money is huge that they want.
Yeah.
You negotiate that, okay, by this time, I can put this amount,
Okay.
which is equivalent to so many cows.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then maybe at some times you come back, you say, okay, I can also put this.
We can also add this to this.
Add,
Okay.
you see,
Okay.
depending on you, what is your plan?
So you,
But you cannot just say you don't have money and you want to get more. Can't be.
so let's say ngifuna ukuthini khona lento le yokuthi you pay and then the family agrees it's okay, you guys can marry whatever you want to do, but you have to pay this at the end. Is it compulsory after we've done all the negotiating and getting to the point where agreements are made with the family that I need to pay back the money?
Remember, that is a promise.
Okay.
So the first promise that you made to your in-laws, make sure that you fulfill them. If, say, for instance, to make an example, they want a lobola of an amount 80,000.
Okay.
You don't have 80,000.
You don't have it, yeah.
You negotiate that I can pay 20 and come back with another 20 to add on that. And then during the process of negotiation, you say, I don't have that money. I can also pay this 40 or half of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Once you reach that half, you made your promise that
to them,
this is what I can do. Depending on them, are they accepting it?
Do they accept it as?
If they accept it, it means that you fulfill what you said.
You fulfilled what you said.
Yeah. And you need to be honest. I will do this. If you fail to do at an initial stage, it means that you won't be able to carry the responsibility of being a man, to provide support.
Okay. So these are the evidence we see whether you are capable of what you are wanting to start. Yeah. And let's say peradventure the family says now, okay, you initially agree on 40. Okay, no, you can do 40. Once you reach that, then you guys can continue. The rest you can pay whenever you want. Yeah. Then does it get to a point where the family says, no, 40 is not enough? After you guys have agreed. So now maybe you're coming back to renegotiate again or to finish off, fulfill your other half. Are the family allowed to say, no, we don't want 40 anymore. We want 60. So until you fulfill this 20, then you can't.
In any negotiation, bear in mind that there are some that you need to compromise.
Okay.
So both families, they need to compromise. Yeah. Because you may say you want that. If this person does not want that, does not have that, you also need to compromise.
To meet halfway.
Meet
at the same point.
Yeah. Because at the end, you'll also need money to live. Yes. It's not at the end.
Yes, it's not I pay.
There are other things that you need to follow.
Sure.
So there's a lot that needs to be done to make sure that you are playing your role as the head of the family. Yeah. If, say, for instance, you have your 80,000, you can pay it now, only to find that you don't have anything to live. So you have to engage with it. Okay, this is how much I have. This is my plan. Yeah. Once we pay the lobola, you may be together, but by the time you are together, there's a lot of things that is expected from you.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. So can you just help me with the part where there's this thing they do in, like, I don't know if the Zulu and the Xhosa do it or other nations do it, but where the husband will come and bring lobola, and then I don't know what it's called when the wife will come back to the family to.
There is a lot.
Just break it down for us, those procedures.
You see, the first or the initial stage is when you pay the lobola. Yeah. Then you finish the lobola. Yeah. Then the next process is when they will give you the list. Okay. They call it gift or easy bees.
Easy bees. So when the wife is coming?
No, the man.
Oh, when the man is still going. Yeah. Okay.
So when you're negotiating, you have to, there are things that you say you cannot afford, but the main part, make sure that you pay the lobola. Once you pay the lobola, you can negotiate other things. But there is a lot. There is a lot, depending on
And the family
and
and
the
the
family
culture.
and the culture.
Okay. So that's why it's also very important that
Very important.
you question her on the culture of the family
culture of the
and how
family.
strong are they when it comes to following procedures and rules of negotiating and what.
Some of the people are the traditional people, so you cannot take them away from those things. So they will say, in as much as you pay this lobola, but we need you to do this
to
and
do
that.
this.
So you have to make sure that you negotiate and you know the background of the person.
Yeah.
And then once you're there, you negotiate, they will tell you that, okay, you cannot do this, do that, and then up until they allow you to get married.
Or EFT, bona bavumelekile to send money without being there, like just transfer the money. Is it necessary for me to drive 8 hours and 8 hours back? If I can just be like, okay, no, it's not a problem. I'll just put the money in.
You know, those things, it depending on the families, what you agreed on. It's like the agreement that you do. If you want to do that, you can.
Okay.
But some, they would say, no.
We need to see
we need to see.
Okay.
Because some people, they believe in ancestors and whatever.
Okay.
They can do whatever.
Okay.
But depending on you, what you want to do, what are your negotiations, you have to negotiate on that.
Yeah.
But those EFT are the causes of the crime.
Okay.
So sometimes you go there and find that when you left, that people are coming in to take the money.
Oh.
Even the family as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Even some of the family.
So it's not safe to do anymore, like it used to be back in the days. Because now you might pay the money and then people come and rob. So okay. That it makes sense. Then it makes sense why EFT would be a good option if ever it is an option.
Whichever it is, but depending on what your situation is.
Yeah.
At some point, even the family, you may find that family are not together in this. Okay. A lot of things can happen.
Yeah.
You may pay the lobola only to find that the lobola is taken by the uncle. You know our background.
Yes. Yeah.
It said you were not staying with your parents.
Oh, okay.
And your uncle will say, you are here of what you are today just because of us.
Yeah.
So in that case, we want to take this
so much money. Okay.
So it may cause the clash within the family.
Within the family itself.
So there are many issues. There are many issues.
So
at some point, it's very important to prepare even cash as well, because the family that you're going into, they will call all the uncles and all the families. Some they're traveling far.
Yes.
Expect that when they want to go back,
they must have something.
From
the husband.
From the money that you just paid. From the money that you have just paid. You paid the lower. After that money that you paid.
Yeah.
All these people were called. Maybe the parents of a lady, they're not even together anymore.
Or they living in different cities.
Then the uncle will come in. Then they will say, okay, what about our transport from where we were?
Yeah, from where we came from to
come here. So those are the issues that sometimes you need to bear in mind, that even EFT are there, but cash must also
be there. So so that means, are we saying even the bride price is going to enter a stage of where it's technical, where it happens on Zoom, it happens on it's no longer gonna be face to face only. You can be miles away and still be able to negotiate.
It has to be face to face, because that's where they look at you.
Okay.
The way you present yourself and your delegation, because at the end they will see you. Who you are, what kind of a person you are. They need to know their daughter, who is the person that will be, and build up a relationship. So it's very important to be face to face.
To be face to face.
Cannot avoid
For instances where like now we know a lot of people are traveling out the country, Canada, America, others are going to UK. In that instance, so we're saying the husband has to come to South Africa.
Definitely. because that is when you meet.
Okay.
With your in-laws.
With your in-laws, you get to discuss, you get to know them.
Even after you have paid, there is a discussion after that. Who is your parents? Where do you stay? And then where you will be staying.
Yeah.
Because you coming from abroad, you taking our daughter to abroad. We don't even know.
Who you are. Okay.
And should anything happen, who do we contact?
Who do we call?
So there's a lot.
So that's okay. It's important. The procedures are put in place as well for safety, for all these things that are happening.
Because people that you send them as your delegation, they are not you. They're representing you. But once you have done that, they want to see you right from that time. Okay, this is the person.
This is the person that's taking our daughter, and this is the kind of person he is.
They need to link the name because they've had the name.
Yeah.
This is the person that
they need a picture to associate with the name.
And then.
So then, what's the age? If we're saying there is a time or an age where people are to be taught of these processes and negotiations, what's the age for that? Muntu funda maseng nangaga ukuthi okay, if it's uyakhokha ilobola mawonile, or when you sleep with a woman and you break a virginity, there's and all those things. What's the age? Do you tell somebody, or does the person ask questions, or are they supposed to be taught about this?
You see, in my opinion, churches are playing a very big role when it comes to that, because they encourage the youth that all what we were talking about, they need to do it first. But even the families as well, when you, as a man, you realize that now you want to get married.
Yeah.
Make sure that you do understand the commitment that you want to put yourself in.
To make, yeah.
Because that's a permanent commitment.
Yeah.
Cannot say today you want to do this, then
tomorrow you don't want again.
So in most cases, you find that some other families, they want the big money, only to find that this person does not have. They will decide to do things on their own.
On their own terms.
Only to find that when they do things in their own terms, it's not right.
It's not the right procedure.
Both families are not happy. By the time these families are not happy, which means that you do not have blessings of what you are doing.
Yeah.
So you need to have the blessings.
The blessing of the family.
It's very important. You go to church, you get the blessings. You go to family,
you get the blessings.
But at some point it happened that both of you are not in church.
Yeah.
But get the blessings from the family.
From the family. Make sure.
Even you as a man, get the blessing from your parents, especially your father.
Your parents.
That want to do this. They have to agree with you. Even if they don't, but they have to know the intention of what you want to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Once you do that, you know that there are things that we have to know do, because we're planning now to get married. We have to move out from your
family house,
and stand on your own.
That's true.
By the time you're standing on your own, it is your responsibility to play your role now. Your
role as the man of the house.
So if you don't have money, don't even talk about we want to get married. Because how are you going to do all these things?
All these things. So we're saying the money is a major factor.
Major factor.
Okay.
Even if you are not married, even if you're staying at home, you're staying alone, you need money to live. How much more if you bring another person in your life? Even worse when you have a child. The child must go to school. You must pay the school fees. You must do all those things. So it's very important.
There's a lot of things involved.
Of things that you need to do.
Yeah. And so what would be a fair price? Let's say, because I know prices are ridiculous, man. Lobola, 100 others 150. And what's a fair price to say, okay, this is a price? I mean, I'm igle rate. Kushite right?
It depends on your negotiation. Once you miss out in the negotiations,
Okay.
so you have to negotiate very well.
So,
and then you have to come up what you have.
okay,
and
so
what you
it's
can
it's all
afford,
dependent on what you can
what you
afford.
can afford. And whatever you can afford, are they accepting it? Then you can start from there.
Is it a good thing for a husband to just come, but bafun 150 now, it's 10?
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
It's depending on what they agree. But
Okay.
I don't think
Anga negotiate nje akafuna negotiation but ngifuna malini asho thina
some they do that.
82 at okay now.
Some they do that, depending on what you have.
Okay.
Some they do that.
Okay. Because
if they say, okay, this is our daughter, she went to school, she went to university,
okay.
she is now working, so this is what we want.
Yeah.
So some they just do whatever
is asked of them because they can afford
they
it.
value, they can afford.
Yeah.
And remember when you paying this lobola, it will lay the foundation of who you are when you are together.
Okay.
Even in laws, they will respect based on what you did. If you did not pay the lobola or you pay less, you won't get any respect.
Yeah.
Because they will say, you are good as nothing, this person. Because when we are together, life is not like walking in the park.
Yeah. Yeah, there may be a lot of challenges. There's a lot that goes
when
on.
Such challenges come, they will say, okay, my daughter, come back. Buoyantly.
So in cases of that where people can't really manage to overcome challenges, can ilobola be refunded?
No.
Hey boy.
You came, no one forced you to come.
Okay.
No one forced you to come in.
Okay.
It depends on what happened.
Or like the situation that
causes you to
okay.
Let's say, for instance, you go and pay the lobola. You stay at your home and she stay at her home. You are separated.
Yeah.
You're taking too long to do whatever.
Yeah.
Anything can happen in between.
Okay.
You as a man, you can also do the wrong things.
Yeah.
Only to find that the lady does not want to get married with you anymore. Because you did this and that.
Okay.
So that's why I'm saying it depends.
Yeah.
It can also happen that the lady can do something. And then same applies. The parent will come and negotiate that. Because of this, we want this and that. It depends.
Hey, so once you paid, my brother.
It depends.
You paid. So you be ready because it's a lifetime commitment. It's a lifetime commitment. You're not getting married to come back, or it's not like I'm putting in money in a bank that will come back with returns or anything like that.
No. It depends, Guti. You need to know what is it you want to do.
Yeah.
And there may be challenges.
Be ready for the challenges. Because I think most of us, or most of the society, is not ready to handle the challenges. So they think it's all nice and it's all about you guys hugging and cuddling and kissing and spending time eating at great restaurants. There's a lot that is involved in the whole thing.
It's very important to know the person, because this person will say, some they will say, okay, I want to get married with you, but I'll take you by my home.
Okay.
If I may say it, Emakai. Then the woman will say, no. Not for me to stay there. So you need to understand.
Okay.
You need to understand. Okay. Come with a decent approach.
Yeah.
I want to pay you a lobola. This is where we'll be staying. Because the woman is working here and you'll be saying something else. You met here. And then you need to engage that. Okay. my parents are there, Emakhaya, so
Yeah.
you need to go and stay there. What about the work that she's doing?
Mm.
And then all of those things.
Yeah.
So you need to also engage. If you want your wife to be a housewife,
Yeah. You have to put it up front.
Put it up
Put it up front. Be ready to tell
There's
her
no one at home.
from get-go.
I want anybody to come at home and stay at home. I'll be doing this and this for you. I put it up front.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I think this Lobola topic is very interesting. And if peradventure we can get like some comments and likes and people tell us what they think. And also maybe if you have a question you would like us to address, you can put it in the comment section and, you know, we will answer it. I don't know if there's any last remarks or advice you would like to give to anybody or just about this topic and Lobola.
Yeah, what I can say maybe is the issue of the timelines.
Okay.
Sometimes it may take long to come back and do the next stage, but make sure that whatever you do, you agree that it is at the time. Now, how long it will take this process for you to get married?
Yeah.
From the initial state right at the end.
Don't
leave it up to too long.
Too late or too long. Okay.
You know, because anything can happen in between. So make sure that when you come in, I'll do this time. By this time, I'll that.
Be done with this.
This time will be
very clear with your timelines.
Timelines. What's that you want
and
to
your commitment to go. Okay, this is what I will do. January, this is what I'm doing. December, I'll come back for this. Okay.
You see.
Okay.
So that even a person that you negotiate with, they will know that they will stick on your words.
Yeah, so they can take your words. So let's say, just last thing. Let's say I came for the first negotiation. Do I have to come back for the second or can I just put the money through? And we agreed, okay, no, 20K is what's missing. Do I have to come back again?
You have to.
Okay.
You have to.
Okay.
You have to, because you are the main man.
Okay.
You are the main man.
Okay. No, I think I'm happy with it. I don't know about you. And please like, share, comment, do the good stuff. Jerem didn't say anything today. Maybe still gonna pick it up along the way. But we're very happy. And Mr. Duma, thank you so much for actually being a part of this podcast. And I believe a lot of young people have learned something from this. And going forward, no sleeping with women that you haven't paid for. Brothers, pay for her, understand her background, her culture, and everything. We said it. So that's signing out to you. From me, Pastor Wandile and Jerem in the back scenes, and Mr. Duma. Thank you. We love you guys.
Trust in your plans, trust in your process, trust in your plans, trust